Hello, ladies and gentlemen. With my really, really bad Joker impression, welcome back to My Shot of Life podcast with your hosts, Steve and
Victor.
Yeah, we're really excited to bring you a video version of the podcast. Still in the preliminary stages, and a little bit later than we expected. I think we are around 6 months since our last episode.
Just a little bit longer than we had anticipated.
Yeah, life gets in the way. And before we get things started, I guess the good introduction and catching up with each other and figuring out what has happened over the past 6 months, Vic. How have you been, dog?
Dude, I've been good. This is the first time we've seen each other in 6 months.
Man, you've gotten taller.
That is true. For all you listeners out there, I grew. Groot. I am Groot.
Okay, there you go. But yeah, you've got a new water heater and you've got a new regular heater. Right?
Got a new air conditioner.
Okay, that's it. There you go. That's big things, man.
So that's one of the big things that's changed in my life.
That's like a huge Christmas present.
Huge
Did
Christmas
you ask for
presents
that?
myself. You bet I did. I asked for my air conditioner to go out
nice.
in the middle of the summer.
Oh, that's a weird thing to ask for.
Yeah, I was really psyched about it, and then I was like, you know what? I just wanted to have some retail therapy and spend like $5,000 on a new air conditioner.
I understand.
It made me feel great.
I mean, when you rode the checkout, did you feel like a big man?
Felt like a huge man.
Okay.
Huge.
Did you ride it in front of any like attractive ladies, and were they like impressed by the purchase?
Cannot say that was the case. I mean,
okay.
For our listeners out there, yeah, dog. I mean, they were all smoking hot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were
smoking
like,
hot
wow,
because it was 90 degrees in my house. That's
able
why.
to buy a new air conditioning unit. Wow. That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations on that, and I hope that your dog appreciates the new addition.
You know it. I pawned him off on some friends
Did
of
you
ours.
have to? Oh, well, you had to sell him so that you could pay for your air conditioning unit.
So he got to enjoy the luxury of air conditioning while I sat in my house in 90-degree heat. I kid you not, my bedroom was 90 degrees.
You should have got one of those inflatable pools and just filled it up and slept in it at night.
That would have been it. I probably would have drowned, but whatever.
I didn't think about that. I guess that could have been a bad thing.
It happens. That's life.
Well, maybe they'll make water beds so that you can put your body in the bed, but then wrap like something around your neck so that you're afloat. You know what I mean?
Be a good idea. Some sort of inflatable device.
Yes, I think that's fair. All right. So to briefly describe what happened or what's going on with me, just moved out of Vic's place earlier this year. I guess right as we were wrapping up the podcast, season 1, I think I just moved out. Got a new job around where I'm located. A little bit more free time, and then we have a new addition to the family. Mr. Murph dog over there. He's just he's actually not making that much noise, which I'm surprised. He was like slugging down water as we try to prep this episode. So, very fortunate that he's a very calm, collected animal.
Dude's just chilling.
He's just chilling, yeah. And then he'll like bite your head off if you mess with him. So
it's true.
Okay, so today's podcast, we're kind of just, we've reflected a little bit, but the main theme, I guess we're getting at today is just, it's Christmas time once again. As always, happy holidays to everybody out there. We talking about Christmas traditions, presents, kind of like our favorite things to do around this time. It seems very suiting since today's Friday, December 21st, is it?
Solstice Day.
Oh, I don't know what that
means.
means.
When we are recording this. It's the shortest daylight hours of the year today.
That would make sense.
There
it
you
seems
go.
pretty dark outside.
Fun fact, this is our beautiful gift-wrapped present to all of you, is this episode.
That's right.
Just in time for the holidays.
It was a struggle to get together and drink beer and talk about random topics in front of you, so you should enjoy it and appreciate what we've done here.
What are we drinking today,
Be
Steve?
grateful. That's a great question, Victor. Cloud Surfer from Trophy Brewing Raleigh, North Carolina.
Local Raleigh beer right there.
Not a sponsor, but we're not gonna tell them that they can't be a sponsor down the road. So let's see if we can get some of that. Trophy Brewing right here.
You have to make sure the label's out toward the camera.
Do I have to hide the label? Is this it right here? You got it?
That's it.
You got it. Okay.
There you go.
Let's get that first snap.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Ooh,
Oh man, that's
good ones.
juicy.
Well, this is a modern IPA from Trophy.
And what does that mean?
No idea.
It's got that modern flavor to it,
Tastes like hipster. Made with hipster feet.
Is that the? They put the hops in a barrel and they, get the hipsters' bare feet to squish the
grapes?
the hops.
The hops.
Yeah, the
there's
hops.
no
Yeah.
grapes here.
So
We're
there's
talking about.
that's the Raleigh way of making beer. Kind of like the old Italian way of making wine, but
Vino. Oh, yeah, I guess I could mention that too. First, let's taste the beer.
Well, I'll go ahead and say I made the selection on the beer because I had it in the fridge. Had some leftovers, but I knew this would be a great welcome back beer.
It is
some
a
of
great
the
welcome back
some
beer.
of the best beer in Raleigh, I would say.
Very, very tasty. So you mentioned Italy earlier. I guess that's something that
Oh yes, you skipped that.
changed?
You skipped over that.
yeah, I was overseas for a couple weeks with some friends of ours and had
Okay.
a great time. Ate a lot of food, spent
Mhm.
a lot of money.
Did you buy anything leather?
I did. I bought driving gloves.
Do they sell leather underwear in Italy?
I didn't ask.
Well, I guess
I'm sure they do.
I don't know how you would could you wash it normally? Or did you have to sink wash that?
Probably just spray it down.
I don't know, like if you put it in the dryer. if it
Water's
would-
not great for leather, so
Ah,
I don't know, man.
that'd be really sweaty.
IDK, homie Quan.
Yeah, so did you go to you saw the sights,
Saw the sights.
went to the wineries.
Enjoyed my people. There were a lot of people that looked like me over there. It was, I felt like I blended in. They were short. They were bald. They had beards. I mean,
Okay.
I
Is
went.
that a thing in Italy?
I went and saw my family's from Naples, and we saw a Napoli soccer match while we were there. Definitely the highlight of my trip. They won. Went and saw the D'Alessio Cafe or
Wait,
something.
seriously?
There's a restaurant in downtown Naples that bears the family name. So
Did you meet the chef? I guess not a
Didn't-
chef. The
did not meet any family while I was there,
okay.
but had
You
a
should have
great
got
time.
like a family discount.
Highly recommended. If any listeners out there are planning a trip to Italy, please let me know. I still have the itinerary saved and would be more than happy to share it with
Okay,
you.
nice.
Next up is France for me in May. So if anyone has suggestions, any
Wait, did you get the
listeners,
deal on that? Is that like the $200?
got a great deal. I am flying round trip from Newark to Paris for $367.
Okay. You take the train to Newark.
I will use points to fly to Newark.
Okay.
Bam.
You'll park in Raleigh.
I will park in Raleigh.
Okay. You'll and then you'll do that thing you do.
You know it.
Okay. I couldn't think of it. Where you instantaneously change
the thing.
locations.
That's right.
Portal gun.
Yes.
Got it.
Portal
Cool.
gun.
Okay. Well, that's pretty exciting. I remember you bringing that up, and glad that you had time to disclose that.
That's right, y'all. I am your trip guru here at My Shot of Life.
That's true, because I walk out the door and then come back in the door and realize that I shouldn't be leaving the house.
Forgot my keys.
What's the homophobic? Oh, whoa, sorry. That was like where you're afraid to leave your home. That's not what I meant.
That is not homophobia. I don't believe
That's
so.
not. It's not. That's not what I meant to say. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't know what the phobia is though.
I'm gonna go ahead and risk it and leave this in.
Our crack research team. It's comedic, Steven. It's not offensive. If you get offended by it, go away. Like, we don't want you here.
Okay, so fear of leaving the home is agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia.
You know, why is it not
Home.
houseophobia?
There you
Vic,
go.
come on, dude. Why
All
would
right.
you say?
Oh man, I don't know.
Yeah, it should say fear of leaving the house instead of home, because then you're gonna, it
Yeah.
just. Okay, so
Common
we do
mistake.
Christmas stuff, right? Like we're trying to get there at some point.
First off, to all of our viewers out there, Stephen and I are both Christian, and we celebrate Christmas. So we just want to wish a happy holidays to everyone who does not celebrate Christmas. We would be very interested in you letting us know about the traditions that your people, your families,
your friends
partake in. We had a coworker of ours, Stephen, previous coworker, but a coworker of mine now, who is Jewish, celebrate Hanukkah in the office, and he had like a rabbi come in for lunch one day and kind of explain the traditions of Hanukkah. It was really super interesting, and we had Krispy Kreme donuts. He said like the one big thing with food during the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah is a lot of stuff is fried because it represents like the oil that was burning for the 8 days or however many days. There's 8 candles, 8 days
I thought
of
it was
Hanukkah, 8 crazy nights.
Odd thing.
Adam Sandler. Shout out to Sandler Cinema.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was super interesting, and I was really happy that he, brought that into the workplace to help people, understand better kind of what that was, so people won't be either ignorant or, just kind of not care, So it's good to learn those things. But yeah, to all of our non-Christian faith listeners out there, happy holidays.
And fun fact, I think it is actually 9 candles, but representing 8 nights. So you have the 4 and 4, and then you have the 1 in the middle, which symbolizes the blood of Christ. I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
I have no idea. This is a Moses thing, right? That's Hanukkah, right?
I got nothing for you, man.
Man, I apologize for. I'm sorry. I'm just speaking out my butt here. Okay, so I will leave that behind for my I don't want to educate anybody in anything that I don't I currently have my own education in.
There you go. Get educated.
Get educated, and then educate me. In the comments below, let me know how dumb I am. 1 to 5. Okay, so, Vic, good beer, good conversation. Tell me, Victor, what do you like to do on Christmas?
I'm loving this beer. Shout out to Trophy. Hashtag
blessed.
Please sponsor us.
We need the money.
Christmas for me, I mean, it's just been kind of a tradition early on in my life. It wasn't always guaranteed that my dad was around because he would have to work sometimes. So I think a big thing is just keeping a family tradition of kind of that household feel, of waiting for him to get back from work to open presents and celebrate the holiday and eat, a wonderful meal that Mom had prepared. And as we gotten older, it's become even more of a family tradition to kind of like get involved, whether it's through cleaning the house or helping to cook or bake or make cookies. That's kind of the big thing for me, is just keeping it all in the family. We would always tend to have extended family make the drive from the Pittsburgh area out to the family's home, and just that's what I loved the most, was just hanging out with the fam.
Did they come over Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or the week of Christmas?
Christmas Eve was always Mom's side of the family, and we would go out for that to a great aunt of mine's residence and have a good celebration out there. And then Christmas Day was Dad's side of the family, who would come out to our location. So.
And would you say your mom's side is like the cooking side, like they're baking, they're cooking, they're like locked down? Because I know your mom is an exquisite cook.
She's pretty good.
But is that like, did she learn from her mom or her parents? And
I mean, my grandfather, because my grandmother passed away when my mom was 14, and so they, she kind of took on that role, her and her sister, of they had to be their own moms essentially.
Oh yeah, so like the dad was at the home and work.
Yeah, and he also was a great cook too.
Oh wow,
yeah, he
that's
would
a good dual talent to have.
Yeah, he hunted a lot and would prepare his own meals and stuff in that fashion too. So definitely passed down along the generations there. My mom learned from her grandparents as well. My great grandparents. A lot of recipes still run through the family, which I've told her multiple times as a good Christmas present for me would be to make copies and have a cookbook bound of, Napoleon or De Rosa family recipes. So that's kind of, she definitely brings home the bacon in that sense. But my grandmother on my dad's side was also amazing while she was alive. So, they'd make dishes. That was always a Sunday dinner, not necessarily Christmas dinner.
And they have to make, Italian families are big, right? For the most part?
7 or 13 or 1,000 fishes, something like that for Christmas Eve, kind of a tradition there. We don't really stick to it too much anymore.
Yeah.
But we do have at least a couple different fish present either on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Both sides of the family are Italian, so they kind of recognize the tradition there.
So you guys have like a buffet of food, I'm guessing, like day before, day of?
Big time. I think, it's pretty much your traditional Christmas fare. We have some lamb. We have sometimes ham. You got your vegetable sides. You've got your classic... other sides and holiday drinks and cookies but I think one year we switched it up a little bit and had like lobster and stuff. Just
it's pretty dope.
And like I said, it's food and family and fun and a great holiday tradition. What about you, Steve? What do you like to do? I know, and I think we've spoken about this before. You've got your mom and dad, and they've got their own families as well with stepmom and stepdad, and so you kind of get two different. Are they similar in any way?
It is. Let's see here. I wouldn't say one is more bougie than the other, necessarily. Yeah, that might be an overstatement for sure. Like, I don't mean to say that in a negative way either. It is a little bit different. Both families are from the South, born and raised, so everything's pretty simple for the most part. I would say my dad's house, like, we're pretty good about Christmas Eve dinners, like steak and potatoes. Like, that's, a good ribeye or a good pork roast or something like that. Something delicious, like a night before.
Meaty. Yeah.
But then my mom has seemed to cater to our youngest brother and make some odd dinner choices on Christmas Eve.
Is it that your brother's picky, or that he just kind of likes particular food?
That's two of the things, I guess. Like, he's a pretty picky guy. He's 16 now, but he grew up, I'll say it, he grew up a little bit sheltered, in my opinion. But I think we all did to an extent, and I'm sure, like, as the
years...
He
is the youngest, though.
Yeah, and as the years have gone by, I think a lot of kids seem to be getting the parents are... the helicopter parent treatment, kind of. Mm-hmm. Not to say that this is the case, but, they're all a little bit more closely monitored. He tends to get a little bit of what he expects, and then, it's fine. We're talking like spaghetti dinner on Christmas Eve. So you can see why...
Spaghetti.
I'm surprised he's not in your family, right? I don't know.
That's fair.
That should be a good Christmas Eve dinner for you guys.
I think that's... we always have some sort of sauced dish. It's not a traditional Christmas... fare, but I guess because we are Italian, you either have eggplant parm or lasagna.
Dude, is that
something along those
lines? Is that
lines.
a classic dish, like eggplant parm?
Eggplant parm is huge in my family. I'm pretty sure it's every holiday we have eggplant.
I feel like I just heard about that over the past few years.
It's a big one.
But
yeah,
sure it's been around.
You got to get that sauce, what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Where
Yeah,
Casey's coming from.
I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. I love some good spaghetti with like your Texas toast, but it's not quite a Christmas Eve dinner in my opinion.
Right.
I'm the meat and potatoes guy. I'm the I don't know. I'm a meat guy. So like I want a good, even if it's just chicken with some decent sides, like ball out a little bit for Christmas Eve. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So I'm about that. And you can understand which house I like to eat dinner at. You know what I'm saying? Because I have the option, but it makes things a little bit weird. Living in a I guess a broken family in a way. You know, they both understandably so have other partners and moved on. So getting to adjust to that, and then there's a slight obligation. You feel a little bit obligated. You don't want to leave anybody out, and I don't like at all. But you still have your favorites when it comes down to, like, especially food options. It's like, well, I think this is going to be an easy decision to make. So I'll try to see both families on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is hectic, dude. It's wake up, open presents with the family, go to grandma's house.
Grandma, which grandma is this?
This is Ganny.
Ganny.
Yeah, dude. I got quite the nicknames for my grandmas. Ganny, Gima. I guess that's it. I was trying to think of like any other ones. My brother had a well, we still have the grandma, but he called her me mommy.
Me mommy?
Me mommy.
Okay.
Me mommy.
I mean, I see me mom.
Me ma, me mommy.
Me mommy.
And we call her Ma B now, so shout out to Ma B, one of the sweetest ladies out there.
Shout out.
So the day of is so hectic. It's presents at parents' house, at one of the parents' house, grandma's house, back to the other parents' house. Either go to the great grandma's house or go to another grandma's house, and then we do a crazy Christmas at another grandma's house. And it's all an all-day venture, man. I've never had a Christmas day where it was wake up, open presents in the morning,
and then
just chill the rest of the day.
Nah.
That's never been a thing, dude. It's so foreign to me.
That is wild, man.
It is.
I mean, I guess when you've got a big family like that,
yeah,
that's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
It is. It's really good to see everybody, and I feel really bad that I can't spend. I don't want to, like, again, pick favorites and like stay at someone's house way more than the other, because I understand, like, it's so wrong. And like, even if I feel like I'm more attached or enjoy it a little bit more, maybe I do want to see somebody else over there, and then it's just really hard to make a decision. So I've always had that kind of pressure.
I think it's a big thing, at least that's been happening with my family, is spreading the holiday out. And especially with a family as large as yours, you've got essentially two families going at it there, and a third kind of now. Yeah. You've been dating your girlfriend for quite a long time, so we'll get into that in a little bit. But, you see certain members, like I said, my mom's side, Christmas Eve, dad's side, Christmas Day, and then we have other folks who don't make it out to those specific events, if you will. Mm-hmm. They have other family obligations as well. And so we've spread it now. The day after Christmas is essentially another holiday that we get together with. This is my mom's side of the family as well, but great aunts and their kids, and now they have kids as well because they're older, and so we essentially have 3 straight days of holiday.
That's
it's
a pretty
not just
good idea.
one, but that's something that I think families need to understand that is the case as their kids grow up.
That's true. I think I wholeheartedly believe that will be the case whenever some of the younger people in the family begin having their own families. As of right now, I'm still the oldest.
You old dog.
Yeah, I'm the oldest out of like all the cousins and the well, I guess I don't even have any nephews. Just really all the cousins that I have, and so I'm the first one that's leading into having. I got a cousin who has a kid and was on the pathway to getting married, but being the oldest and then now branching out, we're all kind of branching out to our own cities and getting jobs and whatnot. I think that will be the ideal way to handle it in the future, is like, let's spread it out through a couple of days, because I tell you what, man, making it all happen in one day is just not really working out. It's tough. It's really tough. And then, like you said, with me and Aaron getting very serious, we got the pup, we got place together, and we're actually not spending Christmas Day together, so we're going to our respective families, for that very reason, because it's unfair to her for her to leave her family to see my 8 dimensions of family. You know what I mean?
And it's definitely an approach. You know, there's not one way to do everything.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
every couple is going to do things the same way. Some
Yeah.
some couples split. All right, we're going to your family for Thanksgiving. We're
Yep.
going to your family for Christmas, and then the next year you switch, that kind of thing. Some people, I have a cousin who got married maybe 2 years ago, and you know, they do Christmas lunch-ish. Like our Christmas dinner has always been at 1 or 2 o'clock, and then they, you know, drive an hour and a half out to his family's place and have Christmas dinner. So they're eating good all day for sure. I think they're Polish or Slovak or something, so their cuisine is completely
dude,
different than
yeah.
what we eat traditionally for a holiday meal. So I mean, they're eating good all day, but that's, you know, one approach. That's their approach. And
What's your opinion on, is Christmas the most important holiday when it comes to family? Do you think that is true? Over Thanksgiving, I guess that's
Steven,
really...
I think every day with family is a blessing. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom. No, but so I guess, like, if you were to look at the major
think-
holidays,
yes.
which would be
And it's
Easter, I guess?
It's not my opinion, I would say. I think it's my family's opinion that it's always been, you know,
significant.
if you can't make it back for Thanksgiving, because I do live away from family, so if you can't make it back for Thanksgiving, no big deal. We'll see you at Christmas.
Yeah,
And then
that's-
Easter, now, it is because of my job that Easter is a very busy time for me. So I do not make it home for Easter, which I think might be a bigger or the same, you know, hype holiday for the Roman Catholic family that I grew up in. But it's not, you know, they're my parents are understanding that I'm not going to make it back for Easter because of the line of work that I am in.
Sure.
So Christmas is definitely the holiday to them that you got to be home for.
What to you do you think that's the most important? Like, if you were to look at Easter, I guess Independence Day might be a thing, like at the weekend. I don't really know any other significant holidays that it's like a time to go back and see family. Like Thanksgiving and Christmas are obvious, and then the other two can be depending on if you're religious or not. Or I'm sorry, Easter can be depending on your religious stance, and then Independence Day is sometimes just like a cookout weekend, like you're just hanging out all weekend. I mean, that's never been like I guess when I left home, it was like, if you're around, like, we'll go watch fireworks, but but it's not, we'll see you this weekend, like, guaranteed type thing.
Right.
But Christmas is always like all right, we know you're coming home. I guess because everyone's off of work tends to be off that day.
That is wild to me, though. I mean, I know we just talked very briefly at the top of the show about, you know, those who recognize other holidays, whether it's religion or, you know, whatever you believe in or don't believe in. Your holiday spectrum varies, and so that's something that, like, as Christians, we just get off. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's an employer thing, it's an America thing, and I don't necessarily understand what the big deal is, but I will take it. And I'm sure those who observe other holidays will take it as well. You know, you get, at least in the profession that I'm in currently, you know, starting the 20th of December, I took vacation, and basically I have either holiday or vacation day through the entire first week of January. And so, you know, you get that time to relax and
pick up a hobby
and spend time with family and record a podcast because you've been crazy busy over the last however many months.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So yeah, I understand Christmas is like or this time of year, whatever, Hanukkah, whatever, Kwanzaa, I don't know when that is or who celebrates it, but
do you think it's because of consumerism, or do you think it's because of
all holidays are consumerism?
True. I guess with the idea of gift giving, do you think Christmas is more important out of all holidays because of consumerism, or do you think it's because the nation was founded on Protestants? Is that right?
I have no idea.
I think that's
Quakers.
I think we established our nation as Protestant, but I don't know. I don't know enough about religion and as history, but that would be my first assumption.
I'm pretty sure at some point we learned this, but it's,
Sure.
what is important to retain?
Yeah.
The quadratic
right.
formula that you use every day?
Oh, dude, is that... Wait. That's the triangle, right? And then so
Not a
two sides
clue.
equal the third side? You can-
Pythagorean theorem.
That's Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah.
What's quadratic
Don't know.
theorem? Okay.
I just
Continue with your response to my
I
question,
remember
and I
that.
will look at it. Buzzwords.
I would argue that Thanksgiving has been morphed into the largest consumer holiday because of Black Friday. And football, I guess.
Oh, that's a
you've got
good
your
point,
TV ratings with the Thanksgiving Day Parade. You've got your, what else? Football, like you mentioned. I guess Christmas has become like the basketball holiday now. They have Christmas Day games.
Yeah, they have their own jerseys, man. They
yeah.
have specific jerseys made
The
for
NHL
Christmas
actually
Day.
takes a holiday break. So I believe starting Sunday,
They
which is
care
the
about
23rd,
the fans.
I think is their last day for games. And then they start back up either the 26th or the 27th. So they have 2 or 3 days off. No games going on.
I'll be
because
honest, I'd rather
it's the
watch
holiday.
games. I'd rather be like,
Me too. But
sacrifice your holiday
hashtag me too.
for
But you
my
gotta
fun.
understand that they have families and stuff too.
Oh, I understand that, but I don't care.
But yeah,
I'm just kidding.
So what are your thoughts on my argument that consumerism is like Thanksgiving is that?
So I'll first start off by saying the
Capitalist.
quadratic theorem
quadratic formula.
is a squared plus b squared equals c. So something like that. It's like where
Is that the triangle thing?
it is the triangle. So it's
What
the,
was I saying?
It was the 90.
Pythagorean?
It was the 90-degree angle, and then you're trying to get what the you're trying to get
The third angle is.
the third angle, the whatever the opposite angle is. So it's like using the degree of whatever the degree of the triangle is to calculate whatever this
So can you repeat that again?
no
Quadratic
theorem.
theorem is
Dude, I don't know. A squared plus b, but what? I don't know what the
Pythagorean theorem.
quadratic formula
Yeah.
is. B. Dude, I don't want to read this. This is stupid.
Pythagorean theorem.
This is how to
a
find the-
squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Okay. What is
So
this?
what is quadratic?
It's a square root function and all this nonsense. I don't know what it is, but all I saw was a picture of a right triangle, and it said it was trying to figure out what the length of the leg is. So, back off. I think you're right. Yeah, it is. Okay. So,
What the heck?
okay, I typed in
The point
quadratic.
is none of this matters.
You can skip to 30 seconds from now where we're addressing this. So you're right. That is the Pythagorean theorem. I don't know why. In Google, when I typed in quadratic theorem, it popped up images
Well,
of
maybe
triangles.
It's one of those things where like
Hypotenuse.
this is this, but not all of this is this.
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
Let's
just
like
drop it.
Pythagorean theorem, or a quadratic formula. Wait, Pythagorean theorem is a quadratic formula.
That might be true.
There you
Squares and strawberries.
And circle gets the squares.
I'm done. Okay, so you asked me consumerism, and is that the biggest?
Thanksgiving. That's my argument.
That's a good question because you're buying presents for Christmas. But that's the biggest day to do it.
Yeah, and we've gotten to the point now where Thanksgiving Day, people are going into work. Retail workers are at work.
That is
at
sad.
5:00.
Because I mean now
PM.
it is no longer Black Friday. It's like Thursday afternoon, and that's whenever hours start.
Now I've got to
obviously-
say, Stephen,
What?
my what's the word? My millennial instincts kicked in this year.
like your bat sense, your spider senses.
My spider senses, menses, my spider period kicked in this year, and I took a stand, I guess, philosophically,
By
just
not-
with myself. I shopped online, and that was it.
Wow, dude, way to make
For-
those Amazon workers work harder
So,
during
like,
the holidays.
You mean the robots? So like
Yeah.
the deals I wanted were all online. I knew what I wanted to buy for certain people and also for myself because I'm selfish.
Mhm.
So that's what I did. That was I did
Okay.
online. The deals were Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Cyber Monday, Travel Tuesday. It was all
Travel
inclusive.
Tuesday's a thing.
Yeah, dog.
Is
that's
that the
how I
new
got
thing?
That trip to Paris. Man.
Okay.
Now
Okay,
they'll
man.
claim it was part of Black Friday or Cyber Monday, but it's
Cyber Monday sounds
it's
so
the new tradition
dumb, dude.
is,
Why not make it
Travel
Cyber
Tuesday.
Saturday?
Yeah, that's a small business Saturday.
Small
Come on
business.
now.
Is it really small business Saturday?
Yeah,
Well,
man.
then Cyber Sunday then. That's
yeah.
the Lord's Day.
There you go. Had to
No
take a day
shopping
off,
on
so
that
it's
day.
Cyber Monday.
That's so
Uh,
silly, dude. No one needs their presents that
So that's
soon
what I
anyways.
did in lieu of going to stores and, having retail workers, putting them out on a holiday. I
Okay.
was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I haven't done it in
Man,
years.
way to make a
honestly.
difference,
I'm
you know?
making a difference in the world. That's right.
Yeah. I
Classic-
shot guns on.
Classic millennial.
I actually shot my first gun on the day after Thanksgiving.
A gun or a handgun?
Like a 22.
rifle? You shot a rifle.
Yes. I
First
shot,
gun.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I sh-
surprising.
I mean, like I shot a BB gun before, but that
I
doesn't
guess you
count
weren't,
as like
you weren't
a-
in the Boy Scouts like I was.
Oh yeah, do you guys have machine guns and
We had
rocket launchers?
AK-47.
Like the new freaking ISIS?
Nah, dog.
That's really a bad joke.
Nah,
Okay.
dog.
No, like I'd never shot one before, and
So that's one way to
Awesome
spend a
time.
holiday.
yeah, it was
guns.
interesting. I cut my hand on a pistol when the
Did you get pinched
I got pinched on the way back on the
on the slide?
yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
exactly, you know the words.
I do. I fear guns,
Really?
and in order to not fear guns anymore, I took some classes.
Dude, doesn't it make a difference?
Makes a huge difference.
'Cause-
I recommend that to anybody who fears anything.
Yes.
Learn about it. Educate yourself.
Exactly. If you can be a very aware and preventive, I guess like a safe person if you know the flaws and the protection of such
Yeah,
device. I
safety.
guess the safety of it. So I was the exact same way where I was like, I'm scared to put my hand on one of these things because I'm afraid it's just gonna go off, and it's pretty hard for it to just go off. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Except for the 22, that was like tapping it, and it
Oof.
felt like there was no recoil. It was really weird.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did not like that. The bullets are really tiny too,
Small
but
caliber, definitely.
but still that freaked me out a little bit. And then I'm glad that the bump stock thing's going away in March.
Oh, good.
To get really
signed
political
into law.
here, so there you go. Thanks,
no
guys.
One, no one needs that. Let's just.
It's the
throw
thing.
that
You
out
don't
there.
need it. It could be fun. That's fine. I'm not gonna get on my high horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so I shot that. I shot a shotgun and I shot a couple pistols, and it was a learning experience. And I'm glad I did it. I feel more comfortable around guns in case I happen to ever need one, but probably not
For the
gonna buy
zombie
one.
apocalypse,
For the-
of course.
And that was the joke that was made 30 times that day.
Perfect.
I taught everybody how to handle the zombie apocalypse, and it was kind of funny. It was funny the first time, and then So if you're listening to the podcast, sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
You have any other crazy traditions you got going on? We've talked consumerism.
I dress up
That-
like a baby and sleep in a manger on Christmas Eve.
Are you born with a beard or without a beard?
Does it look like I've ever had a beard? I guess I have a kind of a beard.
A kind of beard. A half a beard.
My mom shaves my head and then puts me in swaddling clothes.
She swaddles you, throws you in a manger.
She throws me in the dryer.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, that was... Anyways, other traditions... Oh, yeah, we used to go to... We used to go to the store the day before and people watch.
Fair. You've got your desperate folks out there getting
You do.
last-minute gifts.
Last-minute gifts. It's kind of fun to watch. I do have like a... Not quite a horror story, but... An experience where... I think it was like 3 or 4 Christmases ago, we went to... My dad would usually go with us. Me and my brother Zach. Sorry, I'm like trying to burp over here. It's like a lot of... This beer is already
I've gotta say-
settling heavy on my stomach.
This beer is delicious.
Is it making you
It
gassy
could
like me?
be. It's actually not, but I think I'm drinking it slow enough. I have kind of not had alcohol, pretty much, period. Even when I was in Italy, I would drink, some wines, but not all, not overindulge.
Mhm.
And because I've been having some health issues with alcohol, and I think they're related to alcohol. So this is the first beer that I've had in months.
Okay.
And it's amazing. So
That's good to hear, man. That's why I chose it. It looks kind of like grapefruit juice, the way that how
yeah,
thick
man,
it is.
It's super cloudy.
It is cloudy.
Well, there you go. Cloud surfer. How about that?
I guess that makes sense, huh?
Man, it's delicious.
That's the reverse engineering the
Love you. I love
name
you.
of the title.
I love you, Trophy. I love you.
So me and my brother and Dad used to go watch people like just walking around, last minute gifts, like you were saying. It's kind of funny sometimes, depending on how anxious people are, or how last minute you can the desperation in their eyes, trying to find the gift. It's a little bit funny. I'm sorry, I'm picking on you guys, but it's pretty funny.
Someday you might be there.
You might be there. I've been there. I've definitely been there. And I think my dad's been pretty busy the past few years, so it's been me and my brother Zach who would just stop by, maybe get some like last minute stuff, or like groceries, and then just watch for a couple hours. I think 3 or 4 years ago, something like that, we were in Walmart, and that's all where you see the best.
There you go.
Best types
people
of people.
Walmart.
Exactly. And we saw someone like getting in a argument with like the security officer, and he was like trying to grab someone, and they like fell, and a gun slipped out and slid across, like,
Was this back in your hometown?
Yeah, this is back home.
Oh boy.
And so a gun slides across like the hardwood, not the hardwood, but the whatever
laminate or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And someone picks it up, runs right by my brother, and I mean we could like shut it down, but it was a gun, like we're not gonna
not getting in the way of that.
I'm not getting in the way of that. So they shut down Walmart. Oh my God, it's a travesty for that town,
It's the only thing in the town.
Where do I go? So we were walking around like telling people to get out because they shut down. We just like saw everything. I saw this girl who I used to go to high school with, and a guy, and I was like, hey, someone just got caught with a gun in Walmart. They're shutting Walmart down. They don't know where the person is anymore because they didn't see him walk out the door. And then she's like, really? We have to leave? And I was like, I guess you don't have to. And I was like, if you want to stay here, I guess you could.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, exactly. She was too busy shopping for baby clothes. I was like, okay, well, I guess your priorities in order. I'm like, damn, that blew my mind that someone was just willing to be like, who cares, and just carry on their day.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
So that's the only real experience we've ever had. Usually, you just see some goofy people, but that's about it. What about you? You got anything leading up to play some Smash?
I mean, my brother and I, back in the day, would play some Smash. We would wake up super early, check
Christmas
out
Eve, Christmas Day,
Christmas morning. We would wake up, 3-4 in the morning, check out the hall, with that.
Was Santa there yet? 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, dog. What Santa had brought for us. Great guy, Santa. I know him personally. He's a wonderful man. Wonderful man.
So wait,
he is a man. We're not getting into this ginger people.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Argument?
He was a cisgender.
Yeah, whatever that is.
I don't know.
Cis
Now,
male.
did your parents let you open the presents up before they woke up?
Oh no.
Okay.
And we knew that. We had
Okay.
respect.
You were just like, oh, they're here,
So
and you
we'd
could
get up,
stare at them
we'd
for
check out
hours.
the hall. Some stuff was wrapped, some stuff wasn't. So
Yeah.
we'd check, what was open and available, and be like, oh yeah. And then we'd go play video games for like 2 or 3 hours.
Dude.
That was our morning, and that was
That's it.
dope. And then we'd wake up, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Mom and Dad would be up. We'd prep the kitchen and help out, Mom to get stuff. We'd throw it in the oven and, let time work for us because
Sure.
we had to cook stuff. And then we would sit down and, open presents and enjoy the day. So that's one tradition. The second tradition that's kind of come up recently, I know I've mentioned that we kind of stretch things out over the course
Sure.
of the holidays as opposed to just 1 or 2 days. A couple family friends of ours will come over to the house for game night. Because we're actually all home. The kids are older now, and we've moved around, mostly the northeast or southeast or whatever. But still, it's difficult for everyone to come home and be home at the same time. And so we have game night where we all get together, and all the kids are there, and the adults. Well, I guess we're all adults now.
Yeah.
But, we just shoot the shit and
That's cool.
have a good time.
Yeah. Very nice. Very
So
nice.
that's good. Fun times.
Yeah. We don't have anything. I guess we recently started doing, and actually let me ask you first, what do you consider a tradition? How many years does it take before you consider something as a tradition?
I mean, I think 2, honestly.
As long as you have
As long as it's something that has repeated.
and it has the expectation to continue going forward.
Yeah, and the expectation. So repeat and expectation. So it could have gone only 2 years and, you plan for a third.
Okay, yeah. Well, I guess we have this tradition then. That's what I was going to get at.
There you go.
The day before Christmas, we typically open up one present. I guess we do like a drawing. And I still haven't established if we're supposed to be getting more presents for that person and the extra present is that night, or you just give an early present. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So we draw names for the inside of the family, me and my brothers, Casey, Landon, my mom, and my stepdad. And we always exchange gifts like the day before. And then my stepdad, he had this recording on the DVR of, what was it? The lights coming down, Christmas. That song?
Mm-hmm.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Mm-hmm.
So her last live performance was on David Letterman. I can't remember her name. It wasn't Gloria Gaynor. It was someone else. And we would watch that every year for like 3 years. And then I guess the DVR reset and it deleted it. And he was so mad. Like the next Christmas year, he's like, what the hell? My damn video got deleted.
The song is just called Christmas.
Oh, it is? Okay, who is it that sings that?
I mean, Mariah Carey sings it.
That's not, it wasn't Mariah Carey. It was like some
Darlene Love.
Yes, Darlene Love. Dude, she's so good, dude. I think her song's in one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Die Hard.
Good segment. Or good transition, I guess, is what I meant to say.
Was it Die Hard?
It might be. I don't know. I haven't seen Die Hard. Is that good?
It's the best Christmas movie of all time.
Did you see the 30th anniversary edition on the DVD plate?
Sure
It's
didn't.
like a Christmas sweater version, or like
God.
on the outside, and it says Die Hard.
Beautiful.
I think it has reindeer, guns, and something else. It's pretty dope. No, Christmas with the Cranks, man. One of my favorite movies.
Gross. Tim Allen, right? And
And
who's
Halloween.
his wife?
Halloween.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
That's Buffy.
Queen.
Amidala.
Prince.
Charming.
Just Prince.
Just Prince.
What's her
Prince plays a
name?
girl. Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez. What is... Hello, my name is Jennifer Lopez.
I apologize. Jamie Lee Curtis.
I always forget her name. I get her mixed up with the girl that was an alien.
How do you forget Jamie Lee Curtis?
You forgot it. I didn't
did.
forget it.
I mean,
always
you knew
remember.
Halloween. You just couldn't think of her
Always
name.
remember.
She's
Who was in Alien?
So wonderful.
Foster?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Who was an
Who am I
alien?
thinking of? Not Sarah Michelle Gellar. Who's in the other, like, I Know What You Did Last Summer, or like Scream?
She was in that.
Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no. She was in I Know What You Did Last Summer. Who are
Was
you
it
asking
Scream?
about?
I think Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Sigourney Weaver. That's who I always get Jamie Lee Curtis mixed up with.
That's fair. That's
they're,
fair.
They're not completely identical, but they're kind of,
Can we talk about the fact, just real quick, that
Real quick.
Scream is 22 years old?
Your girl from
Woo.
Friends. Did you watch Friends?
I hate Friends. Friends
Cool.
sucks, and I hate that Netflix paid them a ton of money.
$100 million.
keep them on.
Gonna
That's
get back to Christmas,
bullcrap.
but $100 million.
right.
Just saying.
Let's talk
The
about
girl from Friends was on Scream though.
Jennifer
Courtney
Aniston.
Arquette?
Courtney Cox.
Cox. Yes, she was Courtney
Was she?
Arquette.
Yeah,
she got
she
married.
was. There you
Okay.
All right,
Back
Christmas
to,
movies.
Back to life.
Favorite Christmas movie? Go.
I
Not a
just
top.
told you.
Not a top. Oh, Christmas with the Cranks.
That's got to be.
I
top.
thought you were joking.
No, that's a good movie, dude. That's a
Oh,
great
gosh.
movie. It's
Uh.
so like typical too. It's just normal and.
Let's go like
I don't know,
top.
it's kinda goofy.
Top three.
I like Tim Allen. Tim
Top
Allen's pretty
three.
funny.
Cause he was in a number of Christmas. Santa Claus, Santa Claus 2,
Santa Claus 3,
Santa Claus 12.
The Revenge of the Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Revenge of the Sith. Top 3
Santa
Christmas
Claus 12.
movies.
What? Revenge of the Sith.
I'm gonna go
Top 3.
in no particular order. Die Hard, Home Alone, and
I haven't seen Home Alone in years, man. I kind of want to see it now.
Love Actually.
Dude, why would you say that?
I love
You
Love
don't.
Actually.
You don't,
I do.
though.
I watch
It's
it
not
every
that
year. It's like the
good.
one thing that it's my tradition. I watch it. It comes to Netflix
It's the saddest movie.
every year, and I watch it
Do you know what else comes to Netflix in
every
December?
year around Christmas.
Every year? 8 Mile.
Charlie Brown.
I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's just kind of sad. I do like that movie that the English guys, the song that the English guy sings, how he like changes
That old
a
dude?
song that he already made
Oh, yeah.
just to make it into a Christmas song. That's pretty funny.
Mr. Bean is in it.
Mr. Bean is
Rowan
in it.
Atkinson
And Liam Neeson's
Liam, the guy from Taken's in it.
Tooken 2 and Tooken 2 and Tooken 3
Take 2.
and also the Walking Dead's.
Richard
the Wakanda guy.
Smithers.
Black Panther's in it, isn't he?
I have no idea.
No, that's not.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle's in the Black Panther.
No,
He's in Iron Man.
he should be. Oh, who does he play in Iron Man?
He played the same guy that a different guy played in the first Iron Man.
The metal dude.
What is that? Did he have wings?
Did he not? Who am I
He had
thinking of?
jets, I guess. Oh no, dude, you're talking about.
Hawkman.
Oh, okay, all right. Is that his name, Hawkman?
Terrence Howard, War Machine.
Yeah. So Terrence
He has
Howard.
wings?
Terrence Howard played War
No, he
Machine in the
doesn't.
first movie.
Does
or
he?
played like a defense department guy. You know, we're getting way off subject again. Whoever's watching this podcast, hope you enjoy the just lost time that you get. Okay, so your top 3 were respectable.
Die Hard, Love Actually, Home Alone. The original Home Alone.
Not the second Home Alone.
Not Home Alone
Lost
2.
in New York.
Not Home Alone 3.
Oh, dude, Home Alone 3 doesn't even count.
It doesn't count. They should have named it something different.
Home by myself.
Like, I think his name was Kevin too, wasn't it? What was his name?
It was a different family. I'm
It
pretty
was
sure.
a different family, but
The house is way smaller. I just looked at the house on the internet today. Well, speaking of, have you seen the Home Alone Google commercials? Really?
I have not seen them, no.
There's a brand new Google commercial with the Google Assistant, and it's got Macaulay Culkin in it.
I've
check
heard
it- check
I've
it out.
heard good things about it.
It's all right. It could be better, but it's good enough.
His name's Alex, not Kevin.
Okay.
All right, top 3 movies.
Top
go.
3 movies go.
Christmas with the Cranks.
Christmas with the Cranks is on the list.
Mhm.
The Night Before. That's the movie with your dude from Captain America, Hawkman. What's his name? Didn't you just say it? You just said his name,
Don
didn't you?
Cheadle.
Don Cheadle's not in.
Terrence Howard.
Dude, that's Iron Man, man. This is Hawk guy. The guy who has the
Hawkeye.
wings in Captain America.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Dude.
Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, dude.
My man. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. I know that movie.
Anthony, yeah, exactly.
Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Joseph
Gillian
Gordon-Levitt, yeah.
Bell.
Okay, I will say Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is like garbage. He's annoying.
Most of his characters are garbage.
Yes. I mean, he was in 127 Hours.
That was James Franco, I thought.
Shit, that was James Franco.
There you go.
What was the one that
Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Not
L-
memorable in any of
Leverett.
his roles.
He was in the movie where he had cancer and he shaved his head. And he was in the movie with
Zooey Deschanel,
Zooey
500
Deschanel.
Days of
Yep,
Summer.
that was a good
That's
movie.
the only good movie he's ever been in, and he was the worst part of it.
He was in Batman Returns.
He's Robin.
Dark Knight Rises, that's what it's called.
Spoiler alert. He's Robin.
Hey, is your name
Nightwing.
Is your name Robin?
Anyway.
Stupid, dude. Okay, so there's 2 movies.
So
Night Before,
Cranks, Night Before.
And third movie would be...
Eight Crazy
I'm
Nights.
stuck between 2 movies, right? So
Okay.
the claymation movies. There's this one movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so back in the day, there
Heat
was Santa
Miser.
Claus Coming to Town was a good one. That's not the one I'm thinking of, though. There's like The Year Without a Santa Claus is like up there, right? So that's the one with the Heat Miser and the Snow Miser.
Heck yeah, man.
Good ones. And
That's
then the
good.
other one
People
I'm thinking
sleep on
of
that.
was Rudolph's Happy New Year or something like that.
The animated or claymation. one?
It's claymation, but it's like in the 90s or the 2000s. And the only reason I like it is because Rudolph or the New Year's baby, I think it's the New Year's baby, sleeps in
Came out in 76, by the way.
Are you
Not in the
serious?
90s.
Wow. I guess it makes sense, though. No one really
yeah,
makes
there is a
claimations
New
of-
Year's baby involved.
So the New Year's baby sleeps in the three bears' beds.
And
And
Ben Franklin
he-
is in this?
wait, the real Ben Franklin? So the baby sits in the chairs, eats the porridge, and sleeps in the beds, right? And then the little bear says, somebody sit in my chair and it's broke. Somebody broke my chair. And it's like, oh my God, this is the greatest scene of all time. And it's like a sporadic bear who needs ADHD medication
I'm
very
gonna
badly.
give that a watch. This sounds like something you'd watch on April 20th if you catch my drift.
Yeah, I got you. Get you some nice eggnog, some spiced rum. Light it up for a good evening.
All right, we've touched on movies, and we've got 2 more subjects.
Do we?
We're gonna crush music, Christmas time.
Christmas song?
We're going to do Christmas songs and then music in general because of the controversy over when it should or should not start.
That's a great question that we need to answer.
We've
on
got
this podcast.
decorations, and then we've also got, so I guess three topics. New Year's as it rolls into the Christmas holiday.
Okay, so what's
So-
your first question, Vic?
First question for you, Steve. Christmas music. When should it start? I guess this is
Has to-
music and decorations.
It has to be after Thanksgiving. You have to give Thanksgiving a break.
Steve's a post-Thanksgiving
I am
guy.
I would say post Thanksgiving weekend, but I understand that people are busy outside of their lives, become busy again on that following Monday after Thanksgiving
Mhm.
break. So if you want to get your tree up that weekend,
Gotta get it
totally
in.
respect it, understand it.
Yeah.
I agree with it. I'm fine with that. So I would say at the very earliest, Black Friday, not before.
Mm.
I'm a hard stance. I don't sit on the fence. Oh, I sit on the fence on a lot of things. I am open to opinions on a lot of things, but this is this is where I put my hand down.
That's it.
What do you think?
I agree, man. I don't have time for that. If you want to celebrate a holiday before another holiday, nah, not for me.
Yep. I feel like, and do you feel like this too? Not to put thoughts in your brain, but is Thanksgiving kind of getting overlooked now?
Yeah, it's doesn't hold the it doesn't hold like the happiness that it used to. It's
Yeah.
like I mentioned before, it's the consumer holiday now.
Yeah.
It's pre-Christmas. It's not even Thanksgiving anymore.
But I'm thinking like
people aren't thankful. They're just like, "Hey, Christmas coming up."
coming up. Finally, we get to watch football today. What is it
So
today?
they're-
Thanksgiving.
They're
Okay.
already throwing their lights up. They're already throwing
Yep.
their trees up. They're already shopping for Christmas.
should
They're
be
already listening to Christmas music. Nah, man.
It should be
Unacceptable.
illegal.
Unacceptable.
Completely illegal.
You should be ashamed of yourselves.
You should be written up. Your kids should tell on you at their school, and then you get written up and go in the corner. So my thought is that, Victor, now that I guess I don't go out much shopping, I guess, so to speak, outside of getting groceries and whatnot. So me walking into like a Target, Walmart, Best Buy, that sort of stuff is very limited,
Mm.
pretty much. You know, we have a Target locally, but I don't go unless I need something specific. I noticed lights and Christmas decorations being sold way before Thanksgiving started. And that's where I was like, okay, well, I guess now, I mean, I didn't see any Thanksgiving stuff at all. So it was just like, let's overlook this holiday because we know people get really psyched for Christmas.
Mm.
So let's just go ahead and sell lights.
And I'm a Grinch in that aspect. I don't really have a lot of decorations up. I honestly decorated more for Halloween than I did for Thanksgiving
There you go.
or for Christmas here. But my plan for this year, being that I am a homeowner, is to purchase lights and Christmas decorations after Christmas when
Okay.
they're 75% off, and that way I can be ready for next Christmas. So there you go.
Fair.
Happy holidays
Fair
to
is
y'all.
fair.
All right, Christmas music. I know we said we both agree that it should not start before Thanksgiving Give Thanksgiving a couple days to cool off. Let your turkey finish your leftovers first, and then hop onto the Christmas music train. What are you listening to? What's the one song you have to hear every single year
That I want to listen to?
that you want to listen to?
That's a good question. Because I actually haven't been listening to Christmas music that much this year.
Right on.
But I think every year it's going to be super cliche. And you already know what it's going to be. Mariah Carey, man.
There you go.
She locked that song down good.
She killed it.
She did. What do you think? Don't you think so?
That's definitely one song that's on my list. And I brought this up a couple weeks ago to some friends of mine. The Charlie Brown theme song, that's what it is. It's the theme song, is often played around this time of year. And so I think just because there is a Charlie Brown Christmas special, there is this association of the Charlie Brown theme song with Christmas. So I think it's interesting that if you flip on the radio this time of year, you hear the Charlie Brown theme song as a Christmas song. So that's interesting. One song I kind of look forward to every year. It's plain simple, basically just piano, no big deal. Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, 100% on my list. And then You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, from the original animated movie. Just so good.
I like some good old Bing Crosby, though.
Bing Crosby,
Bing
the
Crosby
voice of an angel.
Christmas.
I'm pretty sure he hit women or something. I don't know.
Oh, well, he did have a good voice, if that were to be any reconciliation.
He did.
And
Have a
the
great
Beach
voice.
Boys. Beach Boys have some good Christmas songs.
True. Little Saint Nick.
Yep, that's a classic, dude.
Classic.
And there's got to be some old. I mean, I'm sure. You think B.B. King had some music out? Had to have, right?
Blues, B.B. King.
Yeah. Do you have Christmas songs? Had to. I mean, I'm sure Elvis had Christmas songs too. So
Blue Christmas
I know he had.
by Elvis is a.
Oh, that's right,
classic
dude. That
as
is.
well.
Oh, all right. Before we switch topics, I do want to get your opinion on the Paul McCartney Christmas song.
I'm probably gonna say no. I know I've heard it.
I can't even remember what the name of the song is.
Totally unrelated. Should I get tickets?
Wonderful Christmas Time.
No.
Simply
I
having
know.
a terrible Christmas song.
There you go. Hate it. Should I get tickets to Weird Al? Totally.
Dude,
off
I
topic.
just watched his Hot Ones.
Ones?
Yeah, he seems pretty cool. No,
He's
I would
playing-
say no.
Oh, he's playing Coca Booth in.
Oh, really?
In July.
Is it how they're probably like $50 tickets?
That's I haven't looked into the price.
Yeah. If it was like $20, sure, but 50, nah, he's not that good. He's a legend.
He's a legend.
But that's just like when you go watch the Rolling Stones, like they're up there and they're like on their walkers, but people will pay $180 to go watch them, and it's like, oh, they're still alive.
Are they coming to the Triangle this year? This might be
Someone's
final tour.
coming
They played
in March or
Carter
something
Finley
like that.
last time they came here.
There's an older band like in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that's coming to PNC in March or May or something like that.
Def Leppard just went into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So did
They just did?
Yeah, this year. It was their.
Why
I
not
think their first
before
ballot
that?
year. They're younger than.
Their first
than
ballot
you might
year.
speak. Yeah, this.
Huh,
Then you might think
80s?
this might be their
70s,
first year on the
70s,
ballot.
70s.
So
What about Alabama?
no. Who got in?
We want
this
Bama.
year that I wanted to get in?
Metallica.
The Cure. The Cure.
Did
got
they
in.
have any? I've
It's
only heard
also
of one
keep in
song.
mind Janet Jackson got in too, so it's not like a rock and roll Hall of Fame. It's
Oh yeah,
a
yeah.
music Hall
well,
of
there's
Fame.
I thought like a
that,
rap group got into before.
Wu-Tang?
No, not. Have they been? They've been around since the '90s.
I don't know.
I thought there was someone. What's the Ice Cube's band? No, what's the one with the guy with the clock?
Flava Flav?
Flava Flav.
I don't know.
I don't know what that band is either.
NWA.
Yeah, that sounds right. Had to check that out. I thought there was a rap group that got in. Maybe Sir Mix-a-Lot. You know, he seems to be like he was a very prestigious and very successful rapper. Okay, last segment, Vic. What are we talking about?
I don't remember.
There was a third. We did music, we did movies, and then now we are on to our last topic of the podcast, I think.
Yup.
Do you not recall it at all?
I said music. I said decorations.
Okay,
So-
we talked about when to put the decorations. I guess that's it then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we said after Thanksgiving, give it a couple days.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, do you go all out? I mean, I know you just moved into an apartment, so it's a little tough. You've got a balcony,
Man.
though, so do you...
We've had the same lights since we moved in. We kind of... We wrapped up the lights on the banister, and that's it. That's the only thing we added. We had lights hanging from the ceiling. But that's it. I mean, we got the little skinny tree. We got the pup. Little Murphy looks like he's taking drugs. Look at his eyes. He is out in outer
passed
space right now.
out.
Probably shouldn't eat that brownie, Murph.
Just
Just
for
kidding.
those in the Triangle area, we've got
What's up?
Cher. We've got Metallica. We've
I
got
heard Metallica.
Elton John.
Okay.
We've got Mumford and Sons. We've got Kiss. We've got
Falcon.
Ariana Grande, who I will be
That
going
was
to see.
Ariana Grande.
I don't care.
How dare
Paul
you.
McCartney. There you go. Coming to PNC Arena. I love you, Ariana Grande. 21 Pilots. Terrible.
Okay. Well,
New Kids on the Block.
That's
So
been the
get your tickets. Backstreet Boys.
band update with Vic.
There you go.
So Christmas, we love it. Talking about all the good times, the bad times. We haven't talked about the bad times really, but
No bad times. Love the holidays. Love the
great
time
holiday.
with family.
we'll leave a little bit more for next year when we do our third Christmas podcast. We
That
knew
was
last
it.
year.
It was New Year's. Rolling into the holiday.
Yeah, we'll do
and
that.
We'll save that for next episode.
after or before the New Year's, depending on if we can get a
I'll be here,
Skype.
baby.
Will you
I'll
be
be
here, really?
here, baby.
You'll be back.
Yeah, I'm. While I will be with family for a short time, it will be a good time. I will be back home
Next
for 3.5 days.
Friday? Next Friday?
I will be back on the 28th of December.
Okay. So I'll
A
come
week
back.
from today.
Okay. Well, then I'll come back and then we'll do another podcast because, well, I'll try to. We'll see, we'll plan
We've
something
got to
out.
recap our
New Year's resolutions. Yes, we need
There you
to
go.
because
'Cause everybody wants to know.
everyone wants to know how we managed to fail them, like we were talking about and like we were mocking other people. So, yeah, look forward to that on episode 2.
Boom.
We're gonna try to
Season 2,
do that.
episode 2.
Season 2, episode 2. Try to do that next week. We will see. Beer. Vic. As we're wrapping up the episode, what do you think about the old Cloud Surfer? Did you even finish it yet? I'm still like
I've got a sip
finishing
left,
my-
man.
Hey, dude, there you go.
It's lasted the entire podcast. And I've got to say, like, normally as the beers get warmer, you know, they tend to taste worse.
Yep. Yes.
We've had it with one of the Fun Guys Brewing, another shout out to a Raleigh
Yes,
brewery,
yeah.
where the beer, it's not that it necessarily got better as it got warmer, but the flavor profile completely changed from
exactly.
when it was cold to when it was warm, which was awesome. It was like tasting two different beers, and both of which were pretty tasty. So you can check out our earlier season 1 episodes with our interview with Fun Guys Brewing if
Yeah.
you want to learn about the couple beers that they brought on for us to taste. But this was great. Cloud Surfer, local Raleigh brewer, Trophy Brewing Company.
One of, I would say, the best and one of my favorite breweries in Raleigh and maybe even the state of North Carolina.
If you
Stay
have a
tuned.
chance, if you're in Raleigh,
There's multiple locations.
definitely recommend venturing out to Trophy Brewing. Multiple locations, and they all kind of specialize in different
Yeah.
things. They have their main brew works off of starts
Maywood.
with an M, Maywood.
There's
they
one on
have
South Wilmington Street,
one
which
on
has an actual restaurant inside of
downtown,
it.
which has good food as
It does.
well.
It does have
and then
good
they've got
food.
their pizza spot, which is expanding currently.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep.
Fun
so
fact.
they've got a bunch of good food out there that they're known for their pizza and for their beer, obviously. Cloud Surfer, modern IPA, 6.1%. One of the better beers I've ever had.
Yep. I would, if you're rating it, what would you give it? Because I'm I'm trying to remember what the highest rating I gave last season, and I want to surpass that because this is one of those that it's cloudy, it's very tasteful. It even like you said, even when it warms up, it's still a fresh beer. You're not losing anything in it. Man, it's just a delight to drink. And
I'm going with a 4 1/4, baby.
I like it. I like it.
4.25.
And I'm gonna go with. I don't know if I gave anything a 4.5 last year. I think I gave the highest thing was a recreational IPA, the session IPA, which I was actually going to have as backup beer if we started drinking too much. And it's in the fridge right now. But I will give this a 4.5. Put it at the top of the scoreboard. One of my favorite beers ever, and in Raleigh. Giving it a shout out, Trophy Brewery, Brewing Co., whatever you want to call it. Don't care. Just really good. So, thanks for joining the podcast. If you haven't seen it before, welcome Season 2, Episode 1. You haven't missed anything. We are under the Mischievous Media YouTube channel if you want to watch some of the old episodes. We are still trying to upload some of the previous episodes from the first season on YouTube. We're on SoundCloud. All the information, all the audio is there, but we are slowly putting all the old episodes on YouTube right now. So
definitely keep an eye out for that. Keep an ear out for the podcast. We've got some fun stuff on the slate, I guess, for this upcoming season 2.
Yeah, and I know we mentioned a lot about at the end of the first season we wanted to do slander cinema or something like that. It's still being discussed, I guess, if we want to do that.
It's a lot of creative ideas that need to go into the green room on that one, and definitely on my calendar.
Yeah, we haven't let's say we haven't put enough effort into that one yet, but it's something we've constantly discussed, and we have other ideas that have been floating around that kind of taken priority, and those might come to fruition a little bit earlier than what we expected. So expect some timeline changes from what we indicated in the last season finale, and look forward to more material from My Shot of Life crew and the Mischievous Media group, I guess.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
So we've got coming at you Season 2, a couple new segments, Idioms with Idiots, where you learn about a different idiom every week. Steven and I are the idiots. We've also got our Versus segment, which was very controversial in Season 1. We're bringing back for Season 2 once we get started with that. So listen for Season 2, Episode 2, where we will bring you both of those segments. We appreciate you guys giving the podcast a listen. Remember to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. You can stay up to date on all of our content. If you feel so inclined, please give us a rating and a review. I noticed today we actually have like 13.
Oh, in iTunes?
Yeah, 13
Really?
ratings, which is crazy. Only
That's
a couple
amazing.
reviews. So please, if you like the podcast, head over, leave us a rating and a review. Helps to drive our exposure and get us noticed.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out our website, myshotoflife.com, and give us a follow on social media at myshotoflife on both Twitter and Instagram. In addition to iTunes, please check out our SoundCloud, where we'll be posting our episodes bi-weekly. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, new this season, where we'll be posting video of our podcast
That's
recordings under the Mischievous Media handle. Mischievous.
We haven't got that one.
Steven's
handled yet.
fine. I can't pronounce it for some reason.
I think I said it correct
and feel
earlier.
free to reach out to us through our various outlets with comments and suggestions on future episode topics, as well as different drinks to try and to rate.
Well, thanks from the group here. We hope that you tell your friends, tell your family, come watch the podcast. Leave the comments below. Let us know how we're doing. And as I always say, drinks are better with friends.